Total UK sales fell by 4.3% compared with the previous year. That's the sharpest decline since 1995, according to the British Retail Consortium. There was a sharp contrast between sales before and after the lockdown. But many retailers, of course, still got an online presence. So should we be feeling guilty about online shopping, or is this a way to support our favourite retailers? Well, Kate Hardcastle is a retail and consumer expert. Kate, good morning to you. A lot of the time we do feel guilty, perhaps, or maybe you don't. I don't know about online shopping, but at the moment, it seems it's a way to cheer us up a little bit and maybe to support retailers, is it?
And I think a lot of the time people are questioning what is essential, what is absolutely essential for me and my family to get through. And a lot of the purchases that are being made online, you can see very obvious trends emerging, things that have been popular: gardening, DIY, activities for children, health and fitness equipment. It makes logical sense that if people are in a smaller environment in their home but still trying to keep their mental and health well-being at a decent level, that they're going to reach to buy the items that are available. And I think this is always going to come down to how you sit with it personally and morally. That the organisations still trading have all pretty much made the same statement, which is we are abiding by the guidelines set to us to keep our workers healthy and safe, and we want to keep on trading because consumer spending is a massive part of the economy and we want to keep our business going. And this has seen a lot of independent businesses as well see a huge change in their opportunity to reach consumers, because more of us are using technology more often and browsing a lot more. There is the flip side of it, of course, which is you might feel entirely differently to that essential for you might only be food and pharmacy, and you are just trying to minimize the effect on everyone. And I think it is really down to that maze, that moral maze of how you find it personally.
Hiya, Kate. It's Joe here. Before all of this crisis happened, we were hearing a lot on a regular basis about the death of the high street. With people the few people maybe who weren't necessarily shopping online before, maybe now being pushed that way, is this going to accelerate that, do you think?
I think there is a huge fast forward button on change that we've seen over the last decade probably speed up into a matter of months. And I think you're quite right to highlight a lot of people who might have steered away from online or maybe used it at a minimum is probably using it to a greater extent now and finding that they are finding new products, new brands out there. I think also people will want to bear in mind that when there is some return to being able to socialise, that they might be more wary, so they might continue to use those services to minimise the shopping. And I think also what we're seeing, which is a welcome side of it, because we all need some positives, is a lot more people are rediscovering their independence. So the high streets of the future certainly are not going to be purely retail play, but let's hope there's a lot more independence balancing the mix of those sort of homogenised big brand chains.
Yeah, it's a lifeline at the moment, isn't it? Online for a lot of retailers. Kate, many thanks for being with us this morning. That's Kate Hardcastle, a retail and consumer expert.